drums as black people?
Because that's deep rooted in our.
My little niece is just about to be one, and my nephew cut the drums on the piano, and nobody taught her how to do that. She just be like, and she start running around.
The boy child got bongo drums in there.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know.
And we live. I ain't gonna use his words. That's his stuff, man. I'm gonna make a jingle though. I swear I'm gonna make a jingle.
Yeah, we need you to go and do that,
I'm gonna
man.
make that. I'm gonna hit it up. Anyhow, so many teachers are either lazy or parents are either pitiful. And I mean pitiful.
There's a lot of pitiful parents too. Pitiful parents.
That's hard to say, but it's true.
Boy, that was a hard enunciation.
You got some parents that.
I wish you would say something. That's what I'm gonna tell whoever listening. That who you talking to me? I wish you would say something. No, none of our listeners.
Wear it.
None of our listeners are pitiful parents. None of them. None of them. They're all upstanding models of what parenting should be.
We're just a little bit of tendencies.
All those that are listening are. Now the ones that ain't listening, we can throw them right up under the bus. You hear me?
Oh man.
Anyhow, let's talk about one other thing: a rebellious attitude.
Ooh. A
student that just disagree with whatever the teacher's trying to present.
You all were mentioning earlier that you actually introduced a different perspective to the rebellious student.
Mm-hmm.
You were referencing the Black history.
Yeah, I was saying, let's say because we won't know if it's the parent or is it the teacher. Because we could say the teacher. No, we could say the parents have just the student don't. He rebels against the parents, and if he rebels against the parents, then he'll go to school and rebel against the teacher. But the strange example was if the parents have instructed their son or daughter on Black history, for an example.
Well, not necessarily Black history.
Just an example. And they showed them, let's just say history, not Black history. Let's say history period. And they showed them the things that history has left out in the history books at school. So when they get to school, they say, well, my mom and my daddy taught me that it says this or it says that. And now he's rebelling against what the teacher said.
Yeah.
So is that how we classify that one? Because that ain't really bad parenting. The parent is just showing that their son or daughter what reality is.
Right.
The school books, oftentimes, they glorify the rich people.
99.9% of the time.
They glorify the rich, and they glorify those who had the power at that particular time. Mm-hmm. So if it's 1950, they don't even talk about others. They talk about JFKs and people that ran things, but it don't give you an accurate view of what history
hold on.
is.
Even today's time, with us having a half Black president, even some of the information that's relayed in the history books is incorrect.
It's incorrect. It's incorrect now.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's one of the things. If the parents knew that and they instructed their son or daughter on the truth about history, and then the student went to school and they heard the teacher teaching the textbook version, they're going to rebel against it. So, that's one version of rebellious attitude. But you'll also could have just hard-headed somebodies.
Yes, you could.
Yeah.
But for those students who were instructed by their parents, I mean, I remember when I was in school, if something went against our religion or our beliefs, we were told, okay, the teacher actually gave that disclosure at the beginning of the class. If this here is going to be offensive or anything, you are more than welcome to walk out and go to the library or something like that.
They were more than welcome to walk out of the class?
Yeah, we can go. We either had to go to the lunchroom or to the library or somewhere. If we found, it was kind of hard for me to sit there during Black History Month. Yeah. Because they just portrayed everything, and because I went to a majority white and Hispanic high school. And they let you just get up and leave? Yeah. You didn't find that offensive? Not really. Did any other kids get up and leave like that? No, we had some. The lighter versions of humankind got up and left? Mm-hmm. Did they? I wasn't the only one. Like I said that. I'm an artist. Anyhow, that's just to throw out a different view of a rebellious student, because we may think rebellious student mean they just don't want to do nothing nobody tell them to do, which could be the case. You ain't my mama, then I'm gonna call your mama, and if your mama don't do something about you, I'm gonna call the police. That's the way it goes. Yeah.
So let's talk about sleeping in class there, Charlie B. What if a student just sleeps in class? Is that the home training or is that the teacher's fault?
This is something I often did.
You went to school though?
Stop it.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I'm not gonna lie. Are you talking about elementary school or you talking about high?
All of it, because we all have kids. We have some kids that are in elementary. We have some kids in middle school, and we have some kids in secondary school.
Break it down.
Like another chair.
What you talking about, man? This is not no chair, man.
We showing our country roots again.
Yeah,
we showing our country. This is country town, but we do know how to be.
I stepped on her in the bathroom. But anyway, if it was elementary, it could be that the parents let their kids just stay up all hours of the night.
That's a true point. That's a true point.
If it's high school, they could have just been high.
So you saying it ain't the parents?
Oh,
at least in high school.
In high school.
In high school, you pretty much no. See, that's a problem that I will not accept. In high school,
you got a little bit more freedom.
You may have a little more freedom, but you are still under my roof.
Yeah. But then you got some students that have to work a job to help out in their household.
Then them kind of students ain't getting high.
Yeah, they tired.
Yeah, they buying dish detergent.
Then you also have the students who may be on the IB curriculum, where they're actually taking the college courses as well. So basically, they're doubling up. My niece, she went through that.
Yeah, and she was just tired.
Yeah, just plain out tired.
Now,
and on top of
let's say with elementary, certain kids go to school hungry.
Yeah.
If you go to school hungry, you're going to fall asleep. So that could be a problem at home. The second one could be the teacher is just boring. I had a few teachers. Boring. And it was like, damn, will you say something, please? Just say something, you know. Yeah. I had a math teacher just sat there at his desk. And, that's boring. He wrote a little something on the chalkboard. So it could be the teacher just needs to learn to engage the students. So I want to learn on both sides.
But you know what? With today's technology, I mean, children aren't even,
right.
Elementary
all
school,
of them have tablets.
Yeah, they have tablets. So what is not, and I'm trying to understand how are they actually focused on the lesson plan without being distracted to go into another tab or anything.
Bluetooth, first of all, is how they communicate, and a teacher can tell what you are doing on your tablet.
Oh, wow.
They got programs on the thing where it'll pull up what you're watching, and they also have filters. They won't let you go outside of what you're doing. So.
Yeah, because when the boy child came home and was like, I took my spelling test, I'm like, okay, where's your piece of paper at so I can see your grade? He's like, it was on the computer. We did it on the tablet. I'm like, oh.
That's true, though.
He handed me his printout.
So teachers just need to, I won't say teachers, but the school system needs to adapt to the movement of today's technology. And I think they are, to some degree, doing it, but,
Depending on what district you're in.
Yeah. You're in Colleyville, you got it going on. But if you're in Dallas or in Hutchins, if you're in Hutchins, y'all still got textbooks.
You stupid.
They don't have textbooks no more. Y'all still flipping pages. They just touching.
Man.
Just swiping.
They still got floppy disks in Hutchins.
Oh, stop it.
They got a green screen with letters. Anyway. That's a good point, though. That's a good point. So sleeping in class can be a teacher thing, it can be a parenting thing, and it can be a student thing. Student got a job or,
Part of the struggle. If a student's hungry, it could be either that he's bad parenting or they're less fortunate.
Oh, man, we said the wrong word, Charlie. Bad parenting for a hungry child.
That's the wrong thing to say.
Yeah, because now I got to figure out what made the parent bad.
Their parents.
I was about to say the same thing.
Well, it can't go that far back. We need to deal with them.
That's the root to every problem, will it be?
If the parent has their priorities out of whack, they may be dealing with substance abuse. I know a couple of people who
let's say they got a health problem and they just lost their job or they got laid off. It was 2010 where they laid off a bunch of folks.
Yeah,
so you laid off, and you struggling to find a job, and now y'all having to eat ramen noodles and sausages, for dinner, and you're gonna be hungry. Now you got to go to school.
But that's why you have free lunch and you have free breakfast.
This is true.
Well,
and I know a couple of teachers who would actually keep extra like cereal bars or something, some type of snack in their desk drawer.
But that's what you can't. So you can't really say they are bad parents. They're just going through a hard time.
It's just a transition.
Yeah, but some parents,
some parents are just bad.
Yeah, like she said, they may have.
I just want to throw that out there because I know somebody was listening. Like, well, my baby hungry sometime, and I'm trying, and it get hard out here for a ski. You know what I mean? It get hard
out here for a pee.
And then too, you may have a child like mine who just refuses to eat breakfast, whether it's at school or at home.
Some kids just don't do breakfast. Some kids just don't.
And then you want to come home.
At night and the evening, they
want to eat everything up. I'm like, did you not eat at home?
I'm hungry, boss. You should eat breakfast.
2 hot dogs, a bag of chips, and a banana. Really?
Oh man, then what they eating too? The diet. That's a whole other topic.
Oh
okay.
Man.
Lacking their school supplies.
Wow.
No excuse.
Strictly parents.
No excuse.
We can go back to the struggle.
But if they got free
struggle, you got all kinds of churches that's giving out free school supplies.
Everybody don't go to church.
Then you go
you
to
don't
a
have to go to church.
Community center. You can just raise your hand and say, my kid needs pencils.
They might not have a car to get there.
They can. If you go to,
they'll come to them.
Dial 2 now. Is it 211 or 411?
They might not have a phone line.
Come on, everybody got a cell phone.
Not everybody.
Or access to someone who has a cell phone.
They may not have a hand to dial. Let's keep on going.
I'm like, my goodness.
Their eyeballs might be gone. We can go all day long and stuff.
Stuff
we might have ran out of wood because they building too many houses. Anyhow, that's a parenting thing. I can't put that on the teacher at all. Kids not clean.
Oh man!
But this one I want to dig a little deeper into because we'll go. It's coming up. We'll just say kids. The next topic is gonna get us to appreciating the importance of a clean child. I'm not gonna go to it right now. So y'all agree that clean kids is parenting only?
I mean, yeah. How's it the teacher?
That's where it starts.
Yeah, I can't take it outside the house. Yeah, you came out the house like that, nobody stopped you.
Right.
Ew, he smells like. Kids will talk about you, bully.
But I think that's necessary.
I think that's helpful. Yeah. That's helpful because it's as a parent, you can only say so much, and you don't want to listen to me, nor take my advice. So I'm gonna let your friends handle it.
You violate the social norm. The social norm. But we're gonna get to that too. That's in here too.
I just want to give a quick story. Growing up, I had a cousin who constantly wet the bed.
Oh.
And I'm not sure what it was. I mean, my grandmother tried everything. And so she, she's old school. So she decided, so since you refuse to wake up in the morning to, go use the bathroom, I'm going to embarrass you. So she hung all of his pee sheets in the front of the house. That way, as we were walking to the bus stop, all of my cousins, all of our friends would see his pee sheets.
I don't like this story.
I'm just saying. It was, I
used to pee in the bed.
You sure it was pee?
Yeah. What else is it going to be? I was 7 years old. What else is going to be, Willie?
You could have been early, Had a little horny dream and woke up with wet stuff on the sheet.
Man.
Mama, I don't know what that was.
I never had though. I never had.
Mama, what is that?
It wasn't no white stuff, bro. It wasn't white stuff.
Oh my goodness.
But sometimes you have to be embarrassed.
And Granny was wrong for that. And then they be peeing in the middle of the night. They be like 12, 1 in the morning.
But there's different things that you can do to help prevent that from happening.
Like
don't give them something to drink an hour before going to bed,
what
or
else?
Maybe even 2 hours. As a parent, get the child up. You set your alarm clock. Go in there, get the child up.
There you go.
Hard parenting. It's hard parenting. You gotta
set that alarm.
Yeah. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because a pull-up is not an option when you're 6 and 7.
Yeah, it's kind of. Then they feel like they can piss on themselves.
That's called CPS. Your baby in a what? Let me take him from you. You ain't doing nothing. Okay, so we're done with that. Let's move on. Cause we got a short time left. We'll go to young people in hygiene. Let's just breeze through these real quick.
Yeah.
Uh,